When Kaylee Day, who lives with her husband and their young children in Houston, Texas, witnesses something on her doorbell camera, it changes her life forever.
My husband and I were the typical suburban happy couple, married, had kids, until the last year when we were going through couples therapy, just working through marital issues that we had that seemed to affect a lot of other married couples. Nothing like deal breaking, but I do get these gut feelings. He was doing something shady that I didn't know about.
When Kaylee's son is sick, her husband suggests that she take their daughter on a planned family vacation, and he stay home with their son.
Around 10 p.m., the doorbell camera app goes off. And you know, when you first get the notification, it's just a picture. And so all I saw was two bodies. So I called them and I said, hey, there's two creeps on the front porch. You might want to go check that out. And I start to watch the video. And I see my husband and his coworker on the front porch. My stomach dropped, my heart sank. I didn't really know what to think besides what the heck is going on in my house. And I realized that it was him and his mistress on our front porch, and they were kissing. He grabbed her butt and then said, and I'm just really angry and really sad. I was disgusted, and I feel like I don't know the person that I even married. So I immediately called him back, and I said, it's you and your coworker on the doorbell camera. He denied it for a good 5 to 10 minutes till he finally confessed that she was over.
What's more, when Kaylee looks back at the door cam footage, she sees that her husband tries to cover up his lover's arrival.
He won't admit that he deleted the clip, but he had to have, because it picked up movement coming towards our front door, and then all of a sudden the door opens and closes, but you don't see anybody come in or out. So I think that's the section that he deleted.
Unfortunately for him, he gets sappy and sloppy when his girlfriend leaves. And now Kaylee is divorcing her 39-year-old husband.
I'm 28, so I'm still young. I have time to find somebody else who deserves me. But I feel like I got the best revenge, because when I uploaded the footage online, I was expecting to get maybe 5 views, and I have amassed over 7 million views on it. So I kind of feel like karma worked pretty instantly this time.
Irvine, California makeup artist Mickey Shea finds her annoyed neighbor at her front door.
I have lived in my apartment complex for about 1 year. I'm definitely friendly with my neighbors, so I say hello, good morning to everyone every single day. My angry neighbor moved directly underneath my unit right after me. We never even had a conversation before. There was just one day I had my friends over, and we were just sitting in my living room having a conversation. The music was very low, and we were just like, ha ha ha, laughing, having a good time, what girls do. And you hear stomping or someone slam the door.
What's more, the neighbor is banging on Mickey's door with a dumbbell.
It was just one of those moments where it was just out of the blue. We were just like, who is that? Is that a crazy person outside?
Go back downstairs. You need to go back downstairs.
The irate neighbor returns to her apartment, but comes back later to Mickey's door, even angrier than before.
Go back home.
She said I was waking up the neighbors. I'm like, wait a minute, you're the one that's waking up everybody.
Shut up. Go back downstairs.
And she even woke up my next door neighbor, and she even opened the door and told her to quiet down.
Go downstairs.
The neighbor eventually calls the apartment complex's security, but thankfully, the incident doesn't escalate any further, likely due to Mickey's calm demeanor.
Let me tell you, it's really scared me. To everyone that does have a crazy neighbor, do not go back and forth with them. Kill them with kindness. That's all you have to do, because someone can end up hurt, someone can end up dead, someone can end up in jail. There's no need for all of that.
You need to go back downstairs. Thank you.
All is quiet on the street until a motion-activated doorbell camera picks up something moving in the shadows. A strange-looking man approaches the porch. But rather than knocking, he sets up a tripod and camera. To add to suspicion, the man is wearing little more than a long black coat, and the temperature is dropping to 14 degrees. But what's this? Looks like the temperature is not the only thing dropping, as the stranger removes his coat, revealing a sexy, strappy undergarment underneath. Since most houses on the street are still under construction, this porch has the only bright light in the neighborhood, which may explain why this poser is choosing this doorstep for his erotic photo shoot. While setting up for another shot, he turns and gives the doorbell camera a rare glimpse at 2 full moons. The poser doesn't stick around to meet the neighbors after his selfies, instead grabbing his tripod and slinking off into the night. Nor does he make an attempt to meet the neighbors when he comes back 2 weeks later. Instead, he takes more selfies, although this time in a more conservative sweatshirt and thong. According to the homeowners, this man is finally caught a couple weeks later while posing on a different neighbor's doorstep. He is arrested and charged with trespassing and indecent exposure. And although the police don't think he poses a threat, neighbors just wish he'd stop posing altogether. Doorbell cameras capture hours and even days of mind-numbingly dull footage, but sometimes they see stuff that's just plain wrong. In British Columbia, Canada, a neighbor's app alerts her to some movement on the front porch, and she's alarmed to see a stranger rummaging through her mailbox. But just as she thinks they're leaving, things take a creepy turn. Wait, what? Yes, they licked the doorbell camera, and despite the DNA sample left behind, police are unable to trace them, so the mischief maker and their tongue are still at large. If that seems like such strange behavior, it could only happen once. Think again. In Canton, Georgia, this young kid on his bike seems so innocent. Until he decides to give his own special twist to the classic prank of Ding Dong Ditch.
I just like it!
Good day, neighbors. And then there's this guy who approaches a home in Salinas, California at 2 a.m. as the family sleeps inside and proves that he is the maestro. He's licking this intercom into shape and taking his sweet time. 45 minutes to be exact. The next day, the man is apprehended and charged with prowling. So, it looks as if he is well and truly licked. And the neighbors can relax until the next doorbell lover comes along. 3 young teens walk down the hall, one stopping to admire a package on a neighbor's doorstep. Another teen notices the door cam across the hall. The boys are gone for only moments before one teen walks back and nonchalantly checks his phone, blocking the neighbor's door cam. And when he leaves, voila, the package is gone. The heist seems to go off without a hitch, and all those seconds of planning pay off. Until later, when these teens are confronted with the footage and find out their neighbor's doorbell cam doesn't shoot in a vertical aspect ratio, but rather in widescreen, and in color, and with clear sound. These teen actors lose points for their poor performances. And for breaking the first rule of show business. Know your audience. We all remember our first neighborhood crush. That certain boy or girl who made our heart jump every time they walked down our block. For Jared here, that special someone is named Grace, and he's come to pick her up for their very first date. But he's about to learn that doorbell cameras can keep an eye on more than just a home and a neighborhood.
Hello, Jared. This is Pedro. This is Grace's dad.
Oh, it's good to talk to you.
Oh, sorry I can't meet you in person because I'm at work. So at least I get to see your face, but you don't get to see mine.
All right.
Where you guys going?
I think we're going to go to the Roadhouse and then maybe a movie.
Okay, which movie you guys gonna go see?
Hello?
Hello, my young daughter. Just hold on 1 minute. Roughly what time you guys gonna be coming home?
The movie's at 7, probably before 11.
Oh, I heard 10:30. Okay, that's good.
Works for me.
All right, so just make sure you treat her correctly because that's my first daughter.
You don't have to worry, sir.
All right. I got a good picture of you.
All right.
All right, call me if anything. And remember, I know people everywhere, so they're looking at what you guys are doing.
Okay, bye.
Don't make me look for you, because I will. You know I will.
All right, bye.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to talk to you.
So who is the mysterious daddy who sends shivers down the spine of every boy on the block? Well, he's this guy, Pedro Lugo.
I'm an old school type of guy. That's the way it is. This was like legit her first date with a boy. So you're taking out my baby girl for the first time by yourself? I got questions. Hold on.
You have my money, but technically you don't have to pay, so you'll be okay. So
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Take a picture of his license plate of his car right now.
What?
All right?
No.
I'll talk to you later, okay?
Bye. Oh my God. Bye.
Hey, go take a picture of his license plate. Better open the door. Good job on opening the door, her.
Fortunately for Jared, he got Grace back home in good time.
He actually had her here at 10:18 p.m. He was here early, but they were just parked in front of the driveway for like about 5-6 minutes. But best believe, I was watching through my phone what was going on.
Grace and Jared would date for half a year before going their separate ways. But Pedro is still coming to terms with his little girl growing up.
Currently, Grace, she's in college right now. She is not dating. Like she says, she's single and ready to mingle, which I don't think she's not ready to mingle at all. What advice I would give boys to date my daughter? None. I ain't giving you no advice. I am not giving you the cheat code to try to get in this right here. Nope. You're not getting my heart. For boys, this is an icebox. You just gotta find out for yourself.
Oh my God.
In Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, there's no shortage of beautiful places to spend your spare time.
We moved into this neighborhood about 2 years ago. It's our summer lake house. It's right there on beautiful Lake Coeur d'Alene in Idaho. My neighbor Ralph lives across the street from me, and he is the most friendly, fun guy that you could ever be around. Model neighbor.
Even if he supports the rival team.
Eastern Eagles are the team that everybody roots for. We grew up in Montana, so when we moved over there, the first thing we did was hung our Montana Grizzlies flag out there just to let people know where we stand. We had just been out there the week before, and we were letting him know that we were going to be at the big rivalry game, and he was going to be watching it on TV. And the Montana Grizzlies were up the whole game. We thought we were going to win this game.
But at the last minute, the Eagles make a comeback and come away with the win.
They end up winning by a field goal.
His beloved Eagles victorious. Jeff's neighbor, Ralph, can't resist the opportunity for a little 21st century neighborhood trash talk.
It was a pretty disappointing thing, and we're walking back to our car with our heads down, and I hear a notification, and it says Lake House, and I'm like, okay. I guarantee that's Ralph messing with us now. He may or may not have had a few drinks in him. He just thought it was hilarious. As soon as I put that on social media, I did get a lot of people just laughing at it, saying, oh man, that's gotta be nice to have fun neighbors like that out at the lake. It's just a really nice, comforting feeling. And I think everybody should go out of their way to try to be a good neighbor.
No matter where your team loyalties lie, everyone should have a neighbor like Ralph.